Crimson. Thank you for the hydration. How we doing today? Emotes of Lugia cookies? Hmm. Anyways, I'm doing more Pokemon Legends EA today. Right now, let me just... I'm about to get a shiny Shuppet. You watch. I'm about to get shiny Shuppet any second now. Well. Yeah, there's a shiny Shuppet. I don't need it. Yeah, it is a fake reaction because I knew it was there for a while already. Alright, let me update my layout because I've gotten a couple more shinies since. Latest shiny is no longer Scrafty, it's actually White Flower Florges, that's my latest shiny. And I got Pangoro, so... Florges White Flower shiny, there we go. And the Dex. Well, I've gotten Chandelure, Pangoro, and White Flower Florges, so that's 113. Fine, let's see. Is that Flabébé shiny, maybe? Because I know that was shiny at one point. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to see it from this angle. There it is. Okay, no, that's a green bottom. Not down here, though. Oh, it's green. This one. Seriously? I do bench resets to try and get another roll, but instead I get a Shuppet. That's just annoying. But I still need to get 3 more rolls for a Living Dex. I need to get 1 more for Glade, so at least 1 male, and 2 more for a roll from Nicolia. Right, let me check the EV. Oh, is it not the right weather for an EV? Uh-oh. Let me get my notepad up. This one... Well, I got Litwick, so that can be scratched off the list. So, I guess we're doing an evolution hunt today. Right, Zone 19. So the only thing I'm going to catch is going to be Eevee. Nothing else will be caught as a shiny. Unless it's a Drampa. Right, yeah. I get it, you want me to go for the evolutions. You know what? Just to try and save you more points, I'm going to add every single evolution to my priority list, alright? Because it's clear you want me to go for all the evolutions. And honestly, I don't mind doing that, because I do still need them. It's going to be more fun to hunt than starter Pokemon or fossil Pokemon. Marion. You act like I need to save points. You never know. You never know. Alright, so Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Glaceon, and Leafeon. Although I could go for a bonus Eevee if I wanted to, but I probably will need to at some point because Shiny Living Dex. Because I feel like if I really put in the effort, I can get a completed Living Shiny Form Dex before the next Pokemon game's release. Like, because if I've gotten this many in a month, yeah, I should be able to have a completed Living Shiny National Dex. Or Living Dex. Living Shiny Form Dex, that's it. I should be able to have it completed by the time the next major Pokemon game releases. Because I'm not counting Pokopia. I'm not gonna play that slop. I would have attempted to play it if they didn't put it on a game keycard, which is a fake game cartridge, and they still charge full price for it. The game isn't even on the cartridge. But I'm not going to go into a rant about that, because you've already heard my rants about game keycards. The only way that I will play Pokopia is if I can find a digital copy for half the price. Or if they start releasing them on physical copies. Unless maybe they do something interesting and have both game keycard and physical releases, just to compare what people would prefer to get. But that's never gonna happen. Because the only thing... Yeah, I'm never paying full price. I might love Nintendo stuff, but I'm not that in love with Nintendo stuff. I'm not a blind sucker. Like, for a bunch of third-party games, if they release on the Switch, or Switch 2 in this case, and it's on a game keycard, I just buy it on Steam. I can pay half the price because I can find a third-party seller, and I just get it on Steam. And the better part, I can mod the games if I really want to. Well, I guess one exception to that, Cyberpunk 2077. Like, I got the modded version on PC, but I've not played, like, an unmodded version of the game. And it's on Switch 2, fully on the cartridge. So, if I ever want to play an unmodded Cyberpunk game, I'll very possibly use the Switch 2 version, if I'm being completely honest. And I'll get it as the physical cartridge. I don't know whether I'll get it, like, this week, because, like, my paycheck comes in a couple of days. And, oh, seeing those lizard emotes, you reminded me, I need to open up my streaming apps. Oh, you got a pet the mods emote! Oh. You've got backup! Alright, let's wait for everything to load. The throwing system. Okay. And... Streamerbot. The shiny list. So let's edit the list. So, Pangaro! I can actually remove Pangaro from the list! And White Flower Florges. And Chandelure. So, if we're going through final forms only, we're nearly done. Evolutions, Gallade, Kanto starters, and fossils. We're nearly done with the final forms. I think you can see why I want to do a living Shiny Dex, just because it's been only a month, and I'm nearly done. The VIPs, no. Giving yourself head pats? You know, narcissist? Oh, quite a guy. Hello, I see you claiming the orb. Hello. How you do? How you do? I'm doing some shiny hunting right now. And I'm genuinely, actually probably going to mute it today, not saying like, okay, okay. You seem saying hello. But yeah, I'm not joking. Once I've gotten everything on this list, maybe not including the fossils, I'll upgrade to a living shiny dex. And then after that, I'll upgrade to living shiny form dex. I mean, I'll probably actually have to upgrade to living shiny form dex straight away because I got all of the Furfrou forms and all of the Florges forms. So I'll probably have to include gender variants as well. Which, that's fine. Because I've already gotten quite a few of them. It just means getting Meganium and Venusaur will be annoying because I'll have to get a female version of each of them. And the encounter rate of the female version is way lower. Also, I need to see... I want to try something. I saw something before. Where is it? Something in my recent... Not benches... I'd love for it to be Charmander, but that overclocking is annoying. Gibble... I can hear the planes... Every single night... I lost the video. Is it in my watch history? Yes, probably last night I saw this video. No, that's the Gibbles again. No. That's Punch and Pangaro, I already got that. Got that one. I don't know where it is. Was it yesterday I watched it, or was it today I watched it? I actually don't remember. Oh no, we're way back in time. What is going on? Search the term shiny. Help me out. What the? No. Oh no. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know where it is. What? I see you're using all these animated emotes. Thank you for keeping my chat alive. Oh, it's this one. Ah, here we go. Found it. Alright. Yes! Go to the site, damn it. Alright. Puzzle's work in progress. Okay. How many Pokemon I reset? Let's see. Well, there's the Eevee, Kangaskhan. I think a Furfrou also shows up as well, so that's at least 3. I'm only seeing 3. Oh no, yeah. Okay, so that would be shiny, so I don't think that really counts then. I think it's just 2. Reset method, fast travel. It says AFK, no. How many targeted Pokemon spawn? 1. It's an isolated spawn. It's like oddballs. Oh, okay, so none of those then. Ugh. Wait, so I'd have to do this for 42 minutes? And oh my god. For any shiny 42 minutes. For the Eevee, 1 hour and 25 minutes? Eating a billion? What, you're eating some ice cream? Wait, hold on, let me see how many fossils would do. So, 60... 25 minutes for an Alpha? It would take 17 hours for the shiny to probably pop up? Oh. Maybe at some point, when I come to the starters, I think I might put on a timer so I can see how long it takes. Oh yeah, I should base it on more spawners. Right, so let's see. Let me just double check how many. So... yes, there's 2 for the Kangaskhan. There's a Furfru down there, so 1, 2... oh, it's 2 Furfru! Although I don't think that Furfru would show up. So 1, 2, 3, 4... I think that's 4 spawns, but within 50 meters. Yeah, so update this to 4 spawns. So it's saying I should do resets for 21.5 minutes. And then look for a shiny. So I guess once I hit 40 minutes on the stream time, then I'll check. If I don't have a macro, I'm doing all of these resets manually. Oh dear. Yeah, saying my average should be 21 minutes. Or 20 minutes. And it should be at 40 minutes in the stream time by the time I hit that. So I should, in theory, get a shiny in that time. It was an alpha Eevee. One thing I was kind of hoping for in this game, I was hoping they'd bring back the Frostbite status effect, but no, it's back to freeze. As soon as it's a game that can function online, it returns to an annoying status effect. I preferred it being Frostbite, because immobilization, that's Paralysis' job. That's the job of Paralysis. Yeah, and it lowers speed, but I prefer it to only work with Paralysis. I think Freeze and having Frostbite instead of Freeze, allowing for basically a special version of Burns, that made it a lot more interesting. But just complete immobilization for a set amount of time is annoying. Also, as much as I'd love to go AFK with some Eevee, I'd probably have to do it overnight. Just because, well, if I try to do it manually, or at least have it running AFK in the background while I do stuff, it never shines. Like, when I was doing that AFK hunt earlier, I didn't get a Rose, didn't get an Eevee, that could have been on the other building, I only got a Shuppet. And as far as I remember, I don't need a Shuppet. I'm pretty sure. I don't need a Shuppet, right? Yeah, see? I've got one. I got nervous for a second. I thought I killed a shiny I might have actually needed. No, I didn't get it. If it's a shiny I don't need, I kill it. Just so it doesn't take up any spawns. It's a plain Goatfur again. But if it's a shiny I do need, obviously I'll catch it for the eventual living shiny text. I mean, maybe when it comes to, like, gender variants, I might still only focus on actual form changes rather than subtle differences. Also, I feel like I need to update my thing, because I am occasionally seeing some alphas, and that's... I think it's actually up to 5 now. So now it's saying 17 minutes. So, when it comes to my paycheck, obviously half of it goes towards all the house bills and stuff. I'm in a rare situation. I'm actually glad for it, that I don't know what to spend money on, so the majority of it's probably just going to go into a savings account. Which, yeah, I probably should have been doing that as soon as I started getting a paycheck, but... I'll more than likely use it to save up for an actual VTuber model commission. Because even if it's on the cheaper end, it can still get quite pricey. So I'm gonna try and get all the money sorted out for the eventual day I can get an actual VTuber model. Maybe alongside it, I'll also try and go for like custom emotes. Although with emotes, I'll probably do those myself. Because I might not worry too much about emotes, but at the very least, a model, maybe a logo? You know, actually no, a logo I could probably do myself again. Because I can't just get everybody else to do it. I need to get more skilled with my art stuff. I think I will still do like some kind of a concept for my VTuber model. Because the Shidi model is not even close to what I'll be doing. Maybe a little bit with the colour scheme, but that's about it. But I feel like the British hat with the large round glasses, I feel like those are basically a part of my design now. So I'll probably get some toggles for those. Maybe a tiny little British hat. And the glasses on. I might still keep the glasses like this. So the way I was thinking of getting my eventual VTuber model designed, I want to try and have my character look like they could be either gender. Hermaphrodite? I think that's the term? Or is that the term for... I don't know. I don't know what the exact term is. I'm not going to say what nowadays people are saying, because it sounds wrong to me. I don't remember what the actual term is called, where they could look like they're either gender. But that's kind of what I want to go for, and then I can just have toggles to alter the body shape so it can be either gender. So, in a way, my own customizable model, but I just swap out to what I fancy doing for the day. So I can have the neutral with not even caring about what I decide my character to look like. The female body for the eye candy, obviously, and the male body if I just want to be dragged in reality. So I guess I could use like the male physique or the neutral physique for like collabs if I ever do so in the future. I think at some point I do want to do some more stuff with people. But I mean, to be honest, the last time I tried to do it, I wasn't able to, so... I don't know about group stuff, but I do want to do, like, one-on-one stuff. Maybe at some point I might ask Atreus if he wants to do something. Gotta figure out what game we could do. I want to do some, like, Mario Party with people, but I don't know enough people who would have Mario Party Jamboree or Superstars and a Switch Online account. So it's a bit more difficult to coordinate with doing Switch games online. With a PC game, it's not as difficult, but they just need to have the game. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if... I mean, I don't even know if I'll even have another collab for a long time. But if it's a group game, obviously they take a bit. But one-on-one, I've not really talked to anyone about it yet. So for now, at least, I'll just do my own thing. Okay, I know it's checking, like, there's an amount of time, like 20 minutes or something, but I think I'm going to check once it reaches 30 minutes. And if I'm being completely honest, I kind of want to do fossil resets. I want to see if I can get at least one fossil. I mean, I know in the end, I will need 5 fossils. But when it comes to the living dex portion for the fossil Pokemon, I will try and get the other Tyrant and Amora in the DLC. Because it would still be cool if I could get at least one fossil before the DLC goes live. Alright, we're at 30 minutes. Oh yeah, Audino can spawn. You know, that one's not a shiny. Okay, the Eevee isn't a shiny. The Alpha Furfrou. Okay, not an Alpha Furfrou, but there is a regular Furfrou. Let me just go and kill it. Because I don't need it. I literally have every single Furfrou form. I don't need another one, thank you. I want this little one to be a shiny. I have 6 of them, to be more precise. I mean, I guess I could do a bit of Zone 2. I do want to get another Alpha Staryu. I want to see if I can get the Alpha one. And also, getting that Budew. I do need another Budew for Roselia. Because I should probably show what I recently got. I got the Shiny Pichu! The only Pichu that can spawn in the entire game is in the first zone. So, the way I found to be the best method, I just used a turbo controller and made it move downwards into the research lab constantly. Left that running for maybe about an hour, and then Pichu eventually shined. Nothing shined with it, just the Pichu. Yep, so there's quite a few shinies. I think once the evolutions are done, I might try and reorganize it to be in Living Dex form. I mean, in theory, I could do that now. I do have a few more Pokemon I could throw on the list. I mean, now I've got all of the final forms of the MZ starters, and the majority of these Pokemon, actually. Yeah, I think the only things that will make a difference will be form changes, like the Florges, or gender form changes, like Meowstic and Pyro. Anything else can just be like little bonuses if I have them. But it would take a while to reorganize. Oh, I finally got the shiny Alpha Pichu for number 6. Nice! Very nice! I got something that could equate to an Alpha. I don't know if you saw it, but I got the shiny Pichu. And I also got both the gender variants for Pikachu and Raichu, so if I want to have gender forms in the Living Dex, then yeah, I could do it for Pikachu and Raichu. Yeah, I just saw it now. Okay. Just checking. Yeah, there's quite a few I still need to do. And I'm just realizing, where do I have a second shiny Gyarados? I already have one of them over here. I don't need this one. So I think I'm gonna wait for it to turn night. And... wait, oh yeah, I could, but... I need to focus on the new Pokemon. Maybe I'll just do some fossils for a little bit. Got 2 pictures. Oh, nice! Did you use the exploit? I know there's an exploit that's being used to get some shiny Pokemon now. Did you use that to get the Gible? Because I may have used it as well and I got one. But now I know I can just use that exploit. Gible is no longer the hardest Pokemon to get. I think it just goes back to the starters in Zone 20 now. Or Pancham. Because until there's a way to overload Pancham spawns, which I don't think is possible. Because I think they only have 3 set spawns. I don't think it's possible to overload those spawns, so... for now, it's just completely luck-based to get Pancham. Just the bench method was trying to get the shiny Alpha Sharpedo, but no luck. Oh, wait, shiny... oh, baby sh... oh, you meant Carvana? I thought you were on about Gible. Oh, okay. Like a literal shark, not the land shark. Oh, okay. 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 Alright. Let's have this going AFK for a little bit. No shiny Giggle, but there is a video I have to get 6 levels. Yeah. It was, getting that Alpha Driller to use Dig on the outside of the zone. and then just moving it out of the zone far enough away so a new one can show up. And just keep repeating the method until new spawns pop in. I used it a couple of times. I used it twice specifically. And I wasn't able to guarantee a Gible spawn each time, but it showed up way more frequently. And it showed up frequently enough for one of them to be shiny. So that's good enough for me. So I just have to manipulate it to give me 2 more Gibles and then get them both as shiny. For stuff like Larvitar, I can just do the reset method in Zone 15. Got the Mega Stone for Delphox and got the Diancie. Nice! I'm thinking I might need to do some online rank battles at some point. Maybe I'll do them online for Chestnut and like Baxcalibur. Since the first 2 I just did in my own time, maybe for the second ones I can do them online, like streaming. And maybe I'll try and go for a decently high rank, because I don't have like a fully prepared competitive team, but I do have one written down, because I saw a good team online, so I'm going to try and use that team I saw. Well, it's more like a mixture of 2 different teams I saw. But I'm hoping to actually be able to do something decent good up there. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm so tired. I literally slept for nearly 12 hours last night. 11 or 12 hours I was asleep for. That's last night. I don't know how I managed it, and yet I'm still tired. I mean, to be honest, it's closing in on another 12 hours since I've woken up, so... So Cloet says OP and Z Royale. Cloet said X-Control Lucario. Huh. So Cloet says this good and it's still never got a Mega, and yet Dragalge did. I feel like if Cloetza did get a Mega Evolution, I think it would all either maybe become a Dragon type, maybe. Because I feel like it just looks like it could be a really random looking dragon. I mean, Gumi's a dragon type, it doesn't even look like a dragon, so... I feel like they could use some random logic to suddenly make Cloetza a dragon. But just giving it the dragon type alone, that would make it really good defensively. I mean, it wouldn't help against Freeze Dry because, I mean, that's very specific. Didn't realize how broken Hydro Pump is, especially with the power of Life Orb. I mean, to be honest, I've not done that much in online competitive. I just did enough to get the Mega Stones. Also, I'm noticing that something interesting is going on with the mythical Pokemon in this game. So, obviously we got Diancie, and Hoover is more than likely going to be a gift Pokemon by the end of the DLC. Well, either a gift or we get to catch it at the end. Hopefully we catch it. But there's no information about Volcanion. Like, nothing. There's no event scripted in the base game. There's nothing scrubbed from... I mean, like, it could just be in the DLC during an event. But some are speculating... Yeah, some are speculating that we might get, like, an epilogue kind of thing, like we did with Pecharunt. Until they allow us to use Zygarde. Something tells me they won't let us use Zygarde. Just because it's one of the only Mega Legendary Pokemon available in the base game. I mean, yeah, there'll be the Mewtwo's, but I don't think they'll allow Mewtwo simply because of the fact it's technically a special Pokemon. Because it requires a distribution to be obtainable. And, I mean, let's be honest, I won't mind if they wait to add Zygarde until the DLC comes out, because then there'll be a whole collection of legendaries to use. But if they do add Zygarde before the DLC goes live, then people are only going to use Zygarde. Oh, you think I'm using Mega Floette? Okay. I've not seen anyone use it yet. So, Ryu, do you have an opinion on Pokopia? Like, not like gameplay-wise, because gameplay-wise it's fine, but the way it's being released. What do you think about it? Because I don't think I ever heard your opinion for it yet. I just think special attack 155, special defense 248, speed 102 for Mega Floette. Okay. Yeah, Ryu, what's your opinion on Pokopia? Like, not gameplay-wise, because I feel like gameplay-wise it'd be a nice game to just chill and relax. But there's two major factors that are pushing me away from getting the game. At the very least, directly from Nintendo. Okay, yeah, like, yeah, because if you're a fan of Animal Crossing, like Stardew Valley and stuff like that, it would definitely pique your interest. But gameplay-wise, I think it's fine. I do not like the price. Paying more than a mainline Pokemon game. I mean, yeah, Gen 10 will probably cost that much, but it's a spin-off that shouldn't cost that much. Even other spin-off Pokemon games have been cheaper than the mainline games. So price, I'm not a fan of price. So that's one major thing. And the second thing, it's a game key card. I do not support game key cards whatsoever. At all. Either make it digital and physical, or if you don't want to do physical, only do digital. Or if you don't want to do either, just don't have it on a Nintendo. On the Switch. Because Pokopia, even with all the other like games, at the very least with the third-party titles, the limited size on the Switch 2 cartridge made sense. Like, but then again, Cyberpunk 2077 managed to put their entire game and the DLC on a physical cartridge, so it's not much of an excuse anyway. But yeah, for Pokopia, 10 gigabytes, they could fit 6 full games of Pokopia onto a Switch 2 game cartridge, and yet they choose to make it a game key card. If they barely get any sales for the physical game, they'll see why game key cards are a horrible idea. If people are still buying game key cards, I'm sorry, but they're absolute sellouts. I cannot trust them. I remember seeing a video on YouTube about someone who openly admitted to still buying game key cards. Like, no. Just no. Either fully physical, digital only, or not on the system at all. Game key cards should not exist. Because once the servers go down, and you haven't downloaded the game from the key card, it's utterly useless. It's a useless piece of plastic. Unless they figure out a way around that, and you can still do it. Like if they're like an exception to the rule, and they would just download it anyway, even if the servers go offline. If they can somehow figure out a way to do it like that, then fair enough. But eventually those will probably shut down as well, so what's the point? She forms 11 Pokopia, especially like Smeargle and Pikachu. I mean, I don't mind Pikachu. Smeargle, it just looks like a Smeargle with more paint on it. Yeah, so Pikachu, Moslax, and Smeargle. I'm convinced that those three are all convergent species Pokemon, and that we're gonna get more of them in Generation 10. I feel like these three are Generation 10 Pokemon. Although with Smeargle, I feel like that one's probably an evolution rather than a convergent species. Like, I actually do think those new Pokemon in Pokopia are Generation 10 Pokemon, and they're just showing them off early. So yeah, Pikachu can obviously just be a pure Ghost type, or it could be Ghost Electric, but I feel like if it's a convergent species, it wouldn't share a typing, so it'd probably just be pure Ghost. Moslax, well, obviously it'd be a Grass type, and Smeargle would probably just be a normal type. Typings seem pretty obvious. Yeah, I'm hoping it's like the Munchlax scenario, because believe it or not, there was a Generation 3 Pokemon game where you could catch a Munchlax, and that was Gale of Darkness. It was possible to get a Munchlax in a wild spot. Of course, the only way to transfer it up games was to evolve into a Snorlax first. So if it stayed as a Munchlax, it'd be stuck in that game. So that's why I feel like they will make it to Gen 10. Just because of that. Munchlax was a baby form in Generation 3, technically. What's that? I mean, yeah, if they were regional variant evolutions, then yeah, they could still share their original typings. But I believe they're convergent species, so they just slightly resemble the Pokemon. I think Smeargle is the only actual new evolution. We could transform the ones that are frustrating. I mean, I would like it to see. I'd like to see if Swampurt's gonna be available, because I know, I'm pretty sure I saw Torchic in the game. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can have Mudkip on the island if I ever do play it. I'm definitely probably not gonna play it day one. If I am gonna play the game, it's going to be digital. I'm not going to get a key card. I'm not going to be a sellout. I'm going to buy it from a third party and only pay like half the price. Because it is not worth £70. I didn't even pay that much money for Mario Kart World. I didn't. I mean, to be honest, I got mine as a digital bundle with the Switch 2, so I only paid like half the price for it. Someone mentioned a shiny Combi in the beginning of the extended trailer. I didn't watch the extended trailer. I think as soon as I saw the game keycard thing, my mind shut off from that game. Like, if the game ends up being good and I need a refresher from Legends EA, I will consider getting it. But not from Nintendo. They don't deserve my money directly. At least for game keycards. They broke their rule. they said themselves they would not put any of their first-party titles onto Game Keycard. And look what they do less than a year later. They go back on what they promised. Because let's be honest, if Pokemon and stuff like Professor Layton, although I actually know Professor Layton's on mobile now, so yeah, if it wasn't for Pokemon being exclusive to Nintendo devices, I would not be a Nintendo user at all. If Pokemon was on different devices, like maybe PC or PlayStation, I would more than likely use those devices instead. Pokemon is the only thing keeping me on Nintendo. I wouldn't even mind not playing Mario Kart, because there are other racing games. Sonic Racing Crossworld is a massive example. I could be playing the Sonic Racing games. But yeah, Pokemon is my only saving grace for Nintendo. But until the day comes where Pokemon moves to a different, owner, until that day comes, I'm sticking with Nintendo. Just because of Pokemon. Yeah, for some reason Pokemon decides to start releasing their games on PC or PlayStation with physical games, then yeah, Nintendo will own Pokemon games forever. Yeah, that's more than likely. Especially with Pokemon Home now, one's kind of the main reason they'd have to sort everything out, because you'd still have to link a Nintendo account over onto a different system. But yeah. Well, there's my random explanation as to why I still stick with Nintendo. If I wasn't a Pokemon fan. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have even made it to the Switch. I probably would have stopped at the Wii U. The Wii U / 3DS. I would have stopped there if it wasn't for Pokemon. If I did not get into Pokemon, then... No. I genuinely wonder though, what RPG would I be playing if it wasn't for Pokemon? I mean, probably Digimon. It probably would be Digimon, since that's available on PC. I even have the latest installment. Not really played much of it though. I'd probably be... Yeah. If it wasn't for Pokemon, I'd probably be massive on Digimon. Yeah, I just think of a lot of alternatives. Anyways, on a different topic, Mega Dimensions. Things I hope to see in Mega Dimensions. All the scraped data that's been found in the code, some of it's been found to be true so far. I'm hoping that the mythicals they've got on there are not tome transfers, but can be caught in the game. Mainly because of Meltan and Melmetal. If they find a way to have Meltan and Melmetal catchable in the DLC for the first time ever, this'll make Dex completions way better. Mainly because, honestly, I'm seeing Pokemon Go going through a decline right now. It's been for a while, but Pokemon needs to think of a future where Pokemon Go is no longer around and they can't rely on that game to get certain exclusives. So, stuff like the shiny mythical Pokemon, I can see them future-proofing those ones. Because the Pokemon Home, like, catching rewards. Like, at least with those ones, they're doing something about it. But the next one would be... like, certain Pokemon in general. Like, Meltan and Melmetal. Because at the moment, you can't get Melmetal in Pokemon Home without Pokemon Go. Like, in any way. Because to get the Gigantamax Melmetal, you need to have Pokemon Go. So hopefully, they find a way to bring that back without needing the Go to Home link. Like, maybe in the supposed Legends Galar game, they make Gigantamax Melmetal usable and catchable within that game. Fingers crossed, at least. And, I mean, obviously, within a Legends Galar game, they're probably going to include all the mythical Pokemon. The one mythical Pokemon. Yeah, I just realized. Galar only has one mythical. Just Zarude. There are no other mythicals in Generation 8. I think some people thought Zeraora was Gen 8, but no, that one's Gen 7. That was an Alola Pokemon. I honestly hope we don't get a Legends Galar. I hope that was just their original plans and they're just gonna change it out, because I don't want to see a Galar game again so soon. I would much rather see something to do with either Unova or Hoenn. Because Unova, that's got a lot of potential. But I feel like with Unova they would need to do the whole region. Because there's not one city that can specifically focus. Yeah, you just can't do it. I mean, possibly. I mean, we're probably not going to get any new information about Wind and what we're calling the Wind and Wave until Pokemon Day. They'll probably only announce something when Pokemon Day happens. There'll probably be 2 minutes for maybe something ZA related, because maybe they'll release something new then, like maybe an event distribution. Like maybe they'll give it a distribution for the shiny box art legendaries. Although that won't be as important because we can just hunt them in Sword and Shield. Maybe a distribution for a shiny Diancie, shiny Hooper, and shiny Volcanion. Because the Ground 2 we still don't have. Yeah, I feel like the convergent species that are introduced within Scarlet and Violet, I feel like they're going to replace regional variants. I genuinely think they will replace regional variant Pokemon. It just seems so likely. Why wouldn't they? Since we only got 2 to 4 regional variants for Scarlet and Violet, and there was basically the same amount of convergent species, I genuinely think convergent species will become the new regional variant. I don't think Gen 10 will just be a Switch 2 exclusive, as some people thought Pokopia was going to be Switch 2 exclusive. Wait, what? I read it. Pokopia? Wait, is Pokopia not a Switch 2 exclusive? I thought it was a Switch 2 exclusive. Is it not? Is it not a Switch 2 exclusive? I thought it was. was a Switch 2 release only. Takes place on Switch 2 in 2026, yeah. It can be shared to Switch 1 with Game Share. Well, at that point, just put the game on Switch 1. I mean, it makes sense for Donkey Kong Bonanza, that could do that. But that was because they originally planned for it to be Switch 1, but couldn't get the game to work on Switch 1 because it was too weak. With something like Pokopia, they could just, well, just have it on Switch 1. Game Share only really works when you have two consoles. Besides, I've never used the Game Share feature, and I probably never will, because I'm basically the only person with a Switch. Well, Switch 2 to be more specific. Also that game chat feature, I've never used it. Mainly because I could just use Discord. I could just have the capture card plus Discord, and I could have the exact same effect, but better. So that is why I've also none of the people in my friends list have actually set it up, so it's kind of not possible for me to do it anyway because I've got no one to do it with. No one would be willing to do it because we could just use Discord. And the fact that Game Share, well not Game Share, Game Chat, yeah, after a year you have to pay for it, but no one's gonna pay for it! Because nobody uses it! It's going to be so underutilized that they're just gonna make it free again. Either that or they'll shut it down like they did for Miiverse. Because once people have to start paying for it, no one's gonna pay for it. No one's gonna use it. I've never used it. I've never seen anyone genuinely use it before. I've seen people use it for testing, but yeah, like I said earlier, we could just use Discord, a free service. I mean, using a capture card, you will have to pay for it, but it's a one-time thing, not a subscription service. So in the long run, it's cheaper. Also, what I'm hoping for, virtual console game app through ESPN. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get that. Nintendo Switch Online is just taken over, and that's the card we've been dealt. You need to put Switch 1 and Switch 2. I feel like the only games they should do that with are Pokemon games. Because generations 1 to 5, they need to re-release. Like, who knows? Maybe the next Switch Online, like, system will be the DS, and they just have a second screen attachment for handheld. Because, clearly, they're not afraid of making handheld exclusive Switch Online stuff. I mean, the Virtual Boy is going to be exclusive like that. And when it comes to that, I don't know whether I'll buy the plastic attachment or if I'll buy the full one. Because if I do get the plastic one, I'm probably going to modify it so it's an actual VR headset. Because I'm not going to be doing the gamer pose for 30 minutes just to be able to play Virtual Boy games. That's not happening. Why did they have to do an overpriced clunk of plastic instead of doing the controller like they've always done for Switch Online? Meant only for Gens 1 and 2. I mean, I feel like that would be good. But on top of that, Gens 3, 4, and 5. If not the DS era, then at the very least Generation 3. Because we are getting Colosseum and Gale of Darkness on GameCube Switch Online eventually. So I feel like they need to add Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Those 5 games just need to be either re-released or on Switch Online. Preferably re-released, so then they could have home compatibility. Because Pokemon games, they don't like to have things on the cloud. So they'd probably re-release the game. I don't think they would go overpriced. If they were to do slightly overpriced, they'd have them in collections. But I think they would work like how the Five Nights at Freddy's core collection worked. The physical copy wasn't all of the games in a single sub-menu. It was just all 5 of the games on the home menu. So I feel like they could do it like that. If a third-party developer could do it, surely Nintendo could do it. Because let's be honest, if they do re-release Gens 1 to 3 on Switch, you know I'm gonna buy them. Because that means I'll have a way to stream them. I mean, with Pokemon Crystal, I'd probably try and find some way to get a glitched Shiny Ditto so I could do some Generation 2 Shiny hunting. I'd probably need somebody's help with that. Or, I mean, yeah, I'd probably still need somebody's help so I could trade them my Shiny Ditto. Or, no, I'd trade them... I mean, it could work either way. I trade the Shiny Gyarados, and then they create the Shiny Ditto, and then send both back. Because I know there is a glitch that allows you to basically create a Shiny Ditto, and since it's only for egg hatching anyway, I'm never gonna use it, so what's the harm? Is it a 1 in 64 chance for any breedable shiny Pokemon? You know I'm gonna take the odds. You know I'm gonna take that chance. Even if it takes 10 minutes to hatch an egg. Which basically means... Hold on a sec. Wait, hold on. So it would take about an hour and 40 minutes, basically, to get 2 odds. And that doesn't include the time taken to be able to collect new eggs. So it's a slightly lengthy process, but considering it was the first Pokemon game to have shiny Pokemon, they made a really overpowered shiny hunting method. And then we got no shiny hunting methods until Generation 4. Gen 3 was completely void of any hunting methods. It was just wild encounters. So I saw a video of a YouTuber who has the smallest blue shiny T-Rex. Congrats on that guy! Because I'm still looking for one. Because, yeah, more than likely, I'm not going to get any of the shiny fossils until the DLC goes live. But I do want to try and get preferably an Aerodactyl. Maybe the way I should do this, I want 480 for Tyrant. Good luck with that. I'm thinking I might sell all my Tyrant and Almora fossils. That, or I'll just... Actually, no. Instead of selling them, I'll have my living decks hold on to them. Then I don't have to get rid of them. It just saves money in the long run. Like, just have them hold on to it, buy 10 more Aerodactyl fossils, doing 60 at a time. Damn, I mean, technically I'm doing 60 at a time with these fossils, it's 20 of each. But I might do 30 Aerodactyl this time, because Aerodactyl is more expensive than the other two. So maybe after this after these batches, I'll have my Pokemon hold on to my my Jaw and Sail fossils. And I've got more than enough Pokemon to do that. And then I'll just buy 10 more Old Ambers and then just focus solely on Aerodactyl. Because at least then, I've got a higher chance of just getting my target. So then I can just get the entire evolution families in the DLC. Plus, Aerodactyl has a Mega Evolution, so why not go for Aerodactyl? Also, I'm thinking I need to do more of those spawner overload glitches on what was it? In Zone 20, just so I can get some Charmander and some more Pig. Or basically all the starters. Besides, I guess the grass starters. Although I guess the fire-type starters are more important, because at least with the other ones, even though their chances of spawning in are low, I have gotten Squirtle, Chikorita, and Totodile without overclocking their spawns. So I might only overclock the fire-type spawns and get all the other ones naturally. Although with the grass-type starters, I might need to overclock them if I do ever plan on doing their female variants. But now I'm thinking about it, I'll probably stick to how I originally did it, and just have Pyroar and Meowstic with the gender variants, because all the other ones, they're just minor differences, and it would cause me a major inconvenience to try and get every single one of them. I was going to do double my fast count for Tyrant with 120 fossils to me. I mean, that's a lot for a single reset. Oh yeah, when looking through these icons, the best way to tell for an Aerodactyl shiny is to look at its wings. They go from the, I think, was it normally purple, and they turn to a dark blue when shiny. Yeah, so it's like a pinkish magenta color when it's not shiny, but then they turn blue when they are shiny. So yeah, all of them have a major difference. Tyrant is obvious because it turns a light blue. For Amora, its eyes turn green. I mean, you can tell when it's not changing, but because it's always in the process of glowing, the icon away, and you always change, go to the next fossil restore before it finishes spawning in, it's easier to look at the eyes. Then Aerodactyl just look at the wings. So once all these fossils are done, then I'll do a reset, and then I genuinely think I might just slightly reorganize my boxes just to prepare for a living dex. And that's going to include the major gender variants of Meowstic and Pyroar, and alternate forms. So in this case, just Furfrou and Florges. Now those evolution families. Because with Florges, I need to get another set of Flabebe and another set of Floette. So I just need to get the base set. How are you showing up for Launcher? I was doing... I did the warp method. I was just warping the entire time. But in the place where I hunted down for Flabebe, the white flower, it was right next to Zone 11. So I was doing bench resets for Flabebe, and a Clauncher ended up shining. But yeah, I just did the fast travel method to get my Clauncher. And because of the bench methods I did earlier, I've now got 2 of them, so this family is completed now. there is a bench method near him too. Yeah. Is that it? Nope, still more. So I am hoping to try and get a new shiny this stream, since I got shiny Pangaro off stream. That would have made for a really good on-stream reaction, but I wasn't recording myself. I think one game I want to see get a new change, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I hope they add a feature to where you like log into the Sega account and you could save your game data. Like saving your save data to the cloud so it can just be usable on any software. So you don't have to have a completely new save file. Like when you change systems, you would just log into the account and the save data would automatically be uploaded. If it's a brand new one, if you already have a save file and you log in, then it doesn't upload anything new. You could also just not have. If you don't want to do it, just don't log in. Because as far as I know, the only benefit to having a Sega account with Crossworlds, well, it's not even available anymore, but it's to get an Extreme Gear board that was from Sonic Riders. Yeah, so maybe they could find a way to use the Sega account as a way to save game data. Because if they implement that feature, I'm going to be completely honest, I would probably be more willing to buy a PC version of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Just so I can keep my game data. Because I've got a lot of data on my Switch version. And I would feel not really right starting from fresh. Alright. I mean, I'm probably, like I said, I'm going to do 30 of them with Aerodactyl. And then the other ones I'll do in the DLC. Alright, so now I'm going to update things. Okay, so I think I'm going to organize it now to be ready for a living dex and just plop everything in there where I need it. Because I'm so close to finishing the final forms, I might as well get ready for it now. Okay, so that's how the starters will work. And then Talonflame go there. Diggersby go here. Vivian there. Beedrill here, so Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill. Pidgeot. Ampharos, Woodchog, and then Roserade would go here. So now I'll go to my other boxes and grab the extra mons I need. Okay, so there's a Bunnelby. Yep, so there's Bunnelby. And Fletchling and Fletchling, where are they? Where? Where did I put? Oh, wait, that's Pidgey. Oh, here we go. So Fletchling will go there. There's Fletchling there. There we go, so now Scatterbug and Spuper. Right, then Weedle and Kakuna. Yep, now I need Pidgey and Pidgeotto. Yep, and then Mareep and Flaffy. Yep. And then Patrat. Should have one rat somewhere. Where is it? I only have one, so it should be hard to find. Yeah, on this page. Yeah, here it is. Alright. And then Budu and Roselia. I only have a Budu to spare, so that's gonna have to go there. Wherever I put it. Here's the Budu. Is there a Will-O-Wisp in the move? Will-O-Wisp in the game? I think Will-O-Wisp is available. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Now look at this Talonflame. Normally, I'm pretty sure Talonflame gets Will-O-Wisp normally. I know Confuse Ray's in the game. Well, Ember's more than likely to have it. I think? Wait, seriously? They've got Confuse Ray, but they don't have... Oh yeah, here it is. It's a TM. Will-O-Wisp is a TM. I don't ask where I found it. I have no idea. Somewhere in the city. Will-O-Wisp is a TM in this game. So as long as you find the TM, you can put it on any of your Pokemon. Shoot. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna look on Pokemon database for Pokedex. Okay, so after Rose Raid, it's Magikarp. So Gyarados would go next. Then I do have a Magikarp. And then Binacle and Barbaracle. Do have a Binacle. There it is. Binacle. Staryu and Starmie. I don't have a Staryu, but I do have a Starmie. Wherever I put it. Here it is. Starmie. Then... Oh, and the next one's going to be interesting. The Flabebe family. There's a lot to this one. So we'll get the red flower forms first, since I have those already. Alright, and then red flower Florges, then yellow, orange, blue, and white. There we go. So that's a lot I need to get, but shouldn't be too difficult in the long run. With the orange flower, there's literally a bench next to one, so I just have to keep bench resetting until I get a couple of them. Although I'll see if I can find a better place to find the orange flower. Only reason I've already completed the red flower is because it spawns in zone 3, so that's why I've got those already. Alright, so after Florges, Skiddo and Gogoat. Skiddo and Gogoat. Then Esper and Meowstick. Let me get my Esper first. Get this back up. I'll just move it to this side, just so I can see everything. Okay. So Esper and then the 2 Meowstick. I need to find my Esper first. And where did I put the Esper? Is it in the beginning? I should have an extra Esper, right? Oh, here it is. So Esper, male Meowstick, and then female Meowstick. Oh dear. Okay, and then Pancham. No, not Pancham. Litleo. Where is Litleo? I should have an extra Litleo somewhere. There we go. So a Litleo there. Then a male Pyroar. And a female Pyroar. And then Pancham and Pangoro. So I need to get one more Pancham to complete that family. Then Trubbish and Garboda. I got plenty of those. Where is my Trubbish? Where is the Trubbish? I know I've got one. I'm forgetting what it looks like. It's a dark blue colour. Ah, here it is. I was forgetting. Right, so that's my Trubbish. And the Dene, which I got really lucky. Dene, then Pichu, Pikachu, and Raichu. So, I guess I'll just do the male variants, just to make things easier. So, Pichu. Pikachu and Raichu. All male, just so it's consistent. There we go. And then Cleffa, Clefairy, and Clefable. I only have Cleffa and Clefable at the moment. Do you think a defensive and offensive team would work that way online? I mean, maybe? But instead of focusing on defenses, focus on HP. Because from what I've seen, there's a lot of focus on the HP stats. Like, a lot. Right, what's next? Oh yeah, Clefairy. What? I can't speak. Cleffa. Right, so Cleffa will go there. Then my Clefable will go here, because I don't have a Clefairy yet. Spinarak and the Ariados. Now, I used to have loads of Spinarak, but I released a good chunk of them, so I only have one left. Oh, here it is. Some of my defensive ones. Yeah, only focus on the HP stat, because I feel like with the defense stats, just put the last remaining points into one of the defenses. Focus on HP, the primary attacking stat, and then put anything that's left into your chosen defense. I feel like that's probably the way to go. Right now, Ekans and Arbok. I don't have an Ekans yet, but I do have an Arbok. Then Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam. Again, I only have an Alakazam. Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. I do have the full family. There we go. Ghastly Haunter and Gengar. Then Venipede, Whirlipede. Wonder what mon would be good here for Eviolite? Ooh. It's quite a few Pokemon. I mean, I saw a team that used Whirlipede with an Eviolite. I wonder if that could be useful. I mean, maybe not as much now that Scolipede got a Mega Evolution, so... If the Porygons are in the game, it would be an obvious pick, but I don't think the Porygons are going to be in the game till the DLC. So I don't think we'd have any need to worry about those yet. Clefairy, I'm pretty sure Clefairy was only viable because of its ability Friend Guard. And that's not an option here, so I don't think Clefairy would be there. If we had Dusclops, that'd be fine. Yeah, Dusclops would be good. I'm trying to look at other Pokemon maybe useful. Oh, Doublade! There we go! Doublade is the perfect Pokemon for Eviolite. Main reason, Aegislash still has stance change, but in a real-time battle, it makes it super slow to attack. So having Doublade is the perfect pick for an Eviolite Pokemon. Also, no, I need to go for the Venipede. Alright, let me see if I can level this one up enough to become a Whirlipede. There we go. So this one will be a Whirlipede. There we go, there's a Whirlipede. Right, there we go, and grab my Scolipede. There we go. Then Honedge, Doublade, and Aegislash. Yeah. Right, then the Aegislash. Yep. Then Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and Victory Bell. And Victory Bell. Yep. And after those I need the monkeys! Perish Song is in the game, but that would be dirty. I mean, to be honest, I think Perish Song would be good to use against an opponent who has run out of switches. Because you can only switch 3 times in an online match. So if you're sneaky and you still have one left, they've used up all of their switches, it's very tactical. But you could, in theory, use it to get a point. You'd have to pay attention to that specific player. Infestation plus Perish Song? Oh yeah, you can't switch out with Infestation, can you? Yeah. That is evil. That is actually evil. If you can somehow pull that off, you better send me a clip. Alright, what am I looking for now? The monkeys. So... There's Pampor, but where's my Pansage? Oh, there it is. Alright, so... Pansage would go there. Simisage would go here. Simipour will go here. I mean, Simisea. Then Pampor will go there. And Simipour will go there. Bug types can only use it, I believe. Yeah, so... Scolipede. There you go. There's a good bug type. Absol Perish Song. Yep, Altaria can also learn Perish Song. I mean, as far as I remember, those are the only two Pokemon I've seen that can actually use Perish Song. Just Altaria and Absol. Okay, Electric. Then Manectric. Then Ralts, Curlier, Gardevoir, and Gallade. I've only got a Gardevoir I can use. Houndour and Houndoom. Then Swablu and Altaria. I don't think I have a Swablu yet, but I do have Altaria. Okay. Audino. Spritzy and Aromatisse. Yep, I was Madeline. I've got a second one. Both of them are shiny alphas. Then Swirlix. And Slurpuff. Thank you to Chiaki for helping me with train evolutions. Now the evolutions. I only have the Johto evolutions and Sylveon. I still need to get the rest of them. So I'll just grab this for now. So Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon. I knew you'd hate me for sharing the Pancham clip. Oh, Chiaki. Well, luckily for you, not long after looking at that Pancham clip, I got one of my own. Where did I put it? Here it is. See that? I got one finally. I still need to get a second one for the living dex, but hey, I got one! Oh, wait, what was this? Yikin Deathrall? Thank you for the raid! Well, welcome, Raiders! I'm BiriboFukuro, a Snowy Owl happy VTuber, and currently playing Pokemon Legends EA. Normally I'd be shiny hunting around this time, but at the moment, if you're willing to stick around for the boring part, I'm currently reorganizing my boxes a little bit to prepare for a shiny living dex, which is normally the boring part. But yeah, see you shiny. Yeah. So normally I would not bother with doing a living dex, but I've gotten this many shinies in about a month. I'm confident I'll be able to finish the whole living dex by the time the next games come out. Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you. I would use the shout out. I don't even think I have the shout out option. I'll figure out how to get that sorted. But yeah, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Fugashido! Oh, thank you to Fugashido then. Why you exposed me? Thank you, Fugashido. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Baneri. Where's my Baneri? Here we go. Baneri. Baneri. Shiny hunting is a very high effort task. Good luck and salute to you. Thank you. Thankfully, in Legends EA, for some Pokemon, it's a lot easier to get them. Fuka is now a legend. I should probably give Fugashido VIP for that. No, I'm kidding. Always fellow. Yes, we are fellow burbs. Just another owl. Yes, and... Ooh, yeah, I've organised this a bit wrong. I forgot about Manectric. One sec. Not a legend. Okay, I messed up a little bit. I forgot to put Manectric in. I'm glad I noticed that before I completed the majority of it. Okay, and then Manectric would go there. Okay, so after that one, Shuppet and Bayonet. Yep, Shuppet and Bayonet. Then Vanillite, and Vanillux. Thankfully, I have the completed family. Okay, right here. And then the Vanillux. Until next time. Thank you, Yakin. Thank you for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, what are we doing? Numble. There's the Numble. I got loads of Numble in the past. I did a cardinal sin of releasing shinies, but I needed box space. Alright, Cameron. Now, Hippopotas and Hippowdon. I only have Hippowdon at the moment, but I can get another Hippopotas. How is it pronounced? Is it Hippopotas or Hippopotas? I don't actually know how it's properly pronounced. Okay, Drillbur. I've got quite a few Drillbur. And Excadrill. Then Sandile, Krokorok, and Crocodile. Boop. And boop. Yep, and then Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. Oops, Machamp. And the next one. With an exploit, I can easily get more Gible. So for now, just the one shiny Garchomp. Then Carbink, who is a shiny Alpha, because I did the spawner overloading in the Zone 20 Alpha Zone, and shiny Carbink, out of the 5 shiny Alphas that were there, was the only new one. It would have been Gardevoir as well, but then while I was resetting to get all the Alphas as shinies, a regular shiny Gardevoir showed up. Okay, what's next? Sableye, and then Mawile, then Absol, and then Riolu. Riolu and Lucario was surprisingly easy to get. I just walked out of range a few times, and then they shined pretty quickly. Right, then Slowpoke, I should have... Here he is. Or she is, even. Whatever. Right, Slowpoke, and then Slowbro, and Slowking. Carvana and Sharpedo. I have a Carvana. Here it is. Carvana and Sharpedo. And then Dynamo, Electric, and Electros. I just did like Runaway. I did the same method I did for Riolu, and I got shiny Dynamo really quickly. Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. I spent a long time getting that Dratini. A seriously long time. The setup wasn't so bad, but it took forever for that first Dratini to shine. Oh, that'd be a pain to sort out later. Okay, so now Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charizard, and Venusaur. Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. Oh, what was I? I was having a stonk there for a second. Okay, I need to move all these out the way, because now they're actually in the way. Okay. So 3 starters, and then 3 more starters. So, again, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, and then Blastoise. And then Stunfisk. Then Furfrou. Now I've got all of the Furfrou forms, and I'm just realizing it's been organized awkwardly. Okay, I see where it is going that way. Okay. So I've got the Natural Trim, And no, I'm not gonna bother naming all of them. Blue Star. I think that's the Kabuki trim? Oh no, that's not the Kabuki one. Kabuki's later. And then this one. Yeah, I got so many shiny Furfrou while looking for Eevee and Drampa that I managed to get all of the trims. Oh, perfect. Fill them in just like that. There we go, and I need to move these all out of the way. Okay. Okay, so after Furfrou, it's Inkay and Malamar. I've only got Malamar at the moment. It shouldn't be too difficult for me to get myself an Inkay. Skrelp and Dragalge, same story for that one. I just need to stroll in the sewers for a while. Clauncher and Cloetzer. I did just recently get another Clauncher, so that one's done. And there's the Cloetzer. It looks like it's been cooked. Then Gumi, Sliggoo, and Goodra. There's quite a few places I could do that, but my favourite one, when it starts raining, I go to the Lumio sewers opposite of Zone 14 and just constantly go in and out of the sewers until one shows up on the boat dock. That's my method of getting a shiny Gumi. Now, it's technically 2 chances, but the boat dock is the best chance. There is one that goes to the left of the door, but I've not seen that one as a shiny yet. Wait. Why do I have 2 Snorunt? One's there. One's there. Why do I have 2? Tower also works for Gumi. Yeah, true! That is very true, but I've not actually done it while it's raining. I might give it a try. When I'm going on my next Pancham, I might give that a try. Right, so I'm realizing I've got 1 too many Snorunts, so this one needs to go. After Snorunt, it's Snova. I'm not. Wait, hold on. No. It's Glalie, and then Frostlass, and then Abomasnow, then Bergmite and Avalugg. So I need to get 1 more Bergmite. Scyther and Scizor. Yep, I have 2 of them somehow. There's Scyther. There's Scizor. Then Pinsir. And Heracross. Where's my other one? I want to use the male one. Oh, yeah, that one. And then Emolga. Hawlucha, which I'm so happy I got Hawlucha. Thankfully, I got it while on stream. I was so excited when I got that one. And then Phantom and Trevenant. I only have Trevenant at the moment. Then Scraggy and Scrafty. I only have Scrafty. Noibat and Noivern. I do have both of them. There we go. Noibat and Noivern. Klefki. Wait. Wait, when does Gumi show up? Gumi's after Cloyce. Oh, I forgot some Pokemon. I forgot about the Gumi family. Right, I need to move everything across now. Oh, I can't believe I forgot. Right, so Gumi is after Cloyce. Is that right? Gumi, Sliggoo, and Goodra. And then Delibird. Okay. Lily, Frostlass, Snover, Abomasnow. Ah, there we go. Now it's sorted. I almost forgot about my Goodra. Okay, so I need to move these ones out of the way. So yeah, it does mean I'll have to go for more Fennekin, and they're a pain to get. Thankfully, Dramper, I only need one of. And I'm doing something more interesting for Gourgeist and Pumpkaboo. I'm going for all of their size varieties, mainly because it's easier to get specific ones now. Because each, the day and night, have guaranteed of 2 different varieties. And I'm pretty sure I got mine during the night, so... because this one's a large variety. So I'm going the extra length and going for these alternate forms as well. I might seem insane, and I do not blame you. Okay, so Klefki and then Chandelure. I need to get 2 more of these. And then after Chandelure, it's the 5 fossil Pokemon, Aerodactyl, Tyrant, Tyrantrum, Amora, and Aurorus. And then Onix and Steelix. And then after Steelix, it's Aron, Leron, and Aggron. Helioptile and Heliolisk. Then the fun part, Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist. So, medium, small, large, jumbo. Medium, small, large, jumbo. Then, that's the jumbo. Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar. Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja. And Phalanx. Chespin, Quilladin, Chestnut. Then Skarmory. Then Fennekin, Braixen, and Delphox. Bagon, Shelgon, and Salamence. And I do actually have some more I can use for this one. Yep. There's the Bagon. And there's the Shelgon. And... wait. Wait, did I do Meditite? Hold on. Oh no. I've added so much since then. I forgot about Meditite. Oh. Well. Welcome to my Fumbles Live. Okay. So then, Kangaskhan, Dramper, Beldum. I'm saving this Metagross for a potential competitive team. Than this. So now I need to move them all one across because I forgot about Meditite. Okay, so where is... oh, it's so far! I've got a lot of moving to do, all because I forgot about Meditite. I should have noticed that. Okay. Nope. So then Scraggy will go there. Okay. Sorry if this seems boring, but I just want to get this out of the way so I don't have to worry about it later. was also kind of hoping this game would bring in some new fur trims, because that could have been another thing they could have introduced, but at the very least, they're allowing us to keep them boxed. So that's something at least. Unlike X and Y, where they would revert to normal after you put them in a box. Alright, Cario, Riolu, Absol, Mawile, Sableye, Carbink, Garchomp, Machamp, Machoke, Machop. Thank you again, Chiaki, for helping with all those trait evolutions. Crocodile, Krokorok, Sandile, Excadrill, Drillbur, Hippowdon, Hypnos, Camerupt, Numel, Vanillux, Vanillish, and Vanillite, Banette, Shuppet, Lopunny, Vaneri, Sylveon, Umbreon, Espeon, Slurpuff, Swirlix, Aromatisse, Spritzy, Audino, Altaria, Houndoom, Houndour, then Gardevoir here, move this Medicham, and then go all the way back for this Meditite. There we go. And now, the next fun part, organizing all of these again, so there's no gaps. So a lot of these... I'm now realizing I don't actually need this Dragalge anymore. So now, looks like the common theme for these ones is shiny alpha Pokemon. So any shiny alpha that is a duplicate. This Metagross, shiny alpha. This Houndoom, not so much, but I'll keep it as a gender variant. Gyarados, same story, gender variant. The Haunter, I'll keep just in case I want to give somebody a free shiny Gengar. Then Alpha Vivian, Alpha Audino, female Heracross, again saving for gender variants just in case. Alpha Skiddo, male Pikachu. Male Pikachu? Wait, what about the other Pikachu? Is the other one the female one? Did I mix them up? Oh, I mixed them up. Okay. Okay, so a female Pikachu and a female Raichu again, saving them for gender variants. But basically, these are all of the bonus shinies I have. So if I look back on my list, yeah, there's still quite a few. And I probably need to update the Shiny Dex listing. But now I've gone quite a few stuff. Oh, well, that was the only evolution. Alright, let's actually do some shiny hunting now. I'll go to Zone 2, because I need another Budu, and I need that Staryu. I'll just give it a second to turn night, that the Staryu will spawn in. And while I'm here, I might as well show off what I've got going with my team. My team is going to be my DLC team, so I've got Nejire, the Gardevoir, Nephentus, the Alpha Victory Bell, Tatsumaki, the Meowstic, Sekhmet, the Alpha Pyro, named after an Egyptian goddess, and Theno, the Aggron. Yep, my whole DLC team is going to be shiny. And I'm only catching one Pokemon within the DLC. That one Pokemon is going to be Swampert. Because As far as I know, the Hoenn starters will be in the DLC, including their Mega Stones, obviously. So, of course, I want to have Swampert on my team in some way, and I'm going to shiny for it. Because I will not give up my chance at a shiny Swampert in my team. I mean, I wouldn't mind a normal Swampert because I've already used a shiny Swampert in my last DLC team with the Blueberry Academy. So, fingers crossed, like, seriously, fingers crossed that it's not too difficult to get the shiny starters in DLC. Ugh. So, once the time changes to night, then we'll do some reset hunting. Two main targets. For this zone, well, there's only two targets left. Budew, to get a Roselia, and the Alpha Staryu, or any kind of Staryu, but I do want to get the Alpha one or something. Then once I've gotten those, I will be able to claim that I've completely shiny hunted Zone 2. Alright, once we gain control again, the fun begins. And sorry to the raiders for making you watch my my box reorganization for like 20 minutes. At least that's what it felt like. Now we're going to the actual shiny hunting. Thankfully, I can check both the Staryu and the Budew. Staryu's not shiny, Budew's not shiny, and I just keep resetting. The Staryu shiny is relatively obvious. All the orange turns to a white colour. Budew is slightly less obvious. A part of its front, like the bonnet, I'm going to call it. The bonnet goes from green to purple. You know, it would be easier to go directly for Roselia in Zone 7, but I'd rather just go here because then I can just get it while trying to go for Staryu. So I'm just trying to get all of the easy ones out of the way, then the slightly annoying ones, and then the straight-up difficult ones. The straight-up difficult ones are the Fire-type starters, the Water-type starters, and the Grass-type starters. Basically, all sets of starter Pokemon are very hard to shiny hunt. The easiest ones, I would say, are the Water starters, just because they show up immediately as you walk in, so you can just do constant warp resets, and they'll show up eventually. The Grass starters are slightly more complicated, but I've managed to get one of them. And the Fire starters, there's a spawner exploit to duplicate their spawners, and I've not optimized it yet. Well, I never managed to finish it because Shiny Tepig showed up while I was in the middle of building it. Like, in the middle of setting it up, it decided to shiny. And after that, it just mucked things up. So I'll have to go back to there at some point just so I can get 2 more Shiny Tepig and 3 Shiny Charmander. Because I want to do Shiny Living next now. Because if I can't finish a Shiny Living X in this game, by the time the next Pokemon game's released, I'll be shocked. Because I feel like with how easy it is to get shiny Pokemon in this game, I got the majority of them within a month. Surely I can get all of them within my boxes within a year. But once I've done that, I don't know what I'll... Once I've unlocked everything possible in this game, I could just make some DLC, not DLC, battle teams. I could make more battle teams. That's definitely a possibility. At the moment, just what I have in my DLC team and my original base game team, they are competitively ready. Although, the only flaw about them at the moment is because they because they are not competitively like made for ranked, basically all of them are holding their Megastones. So that's why I'm thinking of having some teams dedicated to competitive. Like one team I've got in mind: Excadrill, Chandelure, and Mega Gyarados. I'm thinking of using that team, but I need to build it first. Now I think the only one I would have as a shiny would be the Gyarados. Yeah, literally just the Gyarados, because that's the most iconic, like, shiny Pokemon. Because that's more than likely the first shiny that everyone got. Or more than likely those who just played the Johto games. But older Pokemon fans, that was likely their first shiny Pokemon. Weirdly enough, that wasn't my first shiny. I mean, to be honest, I started playing Pokemon right before Ultra Sun Ultra Moon released, so I was very late to the party. But I'm kind of glad Sun and Moon was my first series. Like, Pokemon Moon specifically, that was my first game. I don't remember exactly what my team was. I remember I started with Decidueye as my starter. Maybe at some point I'll play through Pokemon Moon again, but only using shiny Pokemon. Based off my original team, if I can find what my original team was. I don't think I'll be able to use the Hall of Fame because that save file is long gone. I've restarted Pokemon Moon numerous times. So, yeah, I will not be able to look through the Hall of Fame to see what my first entry was. I just remember I had the Decidueye on my team. That was about it. I don't remember if I had Toucannon on my team or not. I don't think I did. I really don't remember what my team was. I don't think I would have used Island Scan. I don't think I would have used any of them. I think I probably did all that on my team before I even figured out Island Scan could get cool Pokemon. I might have to look through things and try and guess what my team would have been. I might have had an Alola form. I don't think I had Lycanroc on my team until the Ultra Games because of the Dusk Form. I really don't remember. This is gonna bug me now. Just because I can't remember what my Sun and Moon team was. No, I'm gonna look through Pokemon database, and while I'm doing these resets, I'm gonna look through the Sun and Moon Pokédex, just try and figure out what my team was. Okay, so obviously I had Decidueye. That was my first Pokemon. I don't think I used the Snorlax. I don't think I cared for Snorlax much at the time. It could have been Crobat? I feel like that was the flying type I liked to use a lot of the time. No, none of these. I might have had an Evolution on my team. Yeah, I feel like I could have had an Evolution. Maybe I had Umbreon. I feel like, yeah, Umbreon was definitely my favorite evolution at the time, so there's a possibility that I had Umbreon on my team. Talonflame could have been possible. I'm looking through the list. I really don't know what I might have picked back then. don't think I had any of those ones. God, it would just be so nice if I actually kept my original save file, then I could have just had a look what I had. I genuinely don't think I would have picked any of these Pokemon, yet I've already gone through the whole Pokédex. I genuinely don't remember what my first Sun and Moon playthrough team was like. I mean, maybe I've got the team stored in Pokemon Bank or Pokemon Home somewhere? No, you know what? I'm sorry. This is gonna bug me so badly. I need to look. I genuinely need to have a look now. Because I feel like my first Sun and Moon team is probably in Pokemon Home somewhere. Yeah, the whole team is bound to be in here. I don't think I would have gotten rid of them. I feel like I probably got Pokemon Bank before I restarted my save file. I'm sorry, but this is gonna bug the hell out of me until I can figure it out. So I need to search with a Sun and Moon origin. Filter. Origin mark. Alola. Then sort. Is there a sorting for the earliest I've caught it? Most recent to least recent. Least recent. Okay. Okay, I think that Primate was from my save file. Obviously, I'm going to look at the final forms. It might have been that Flareon. I don't know. I'm starting to question whether I even had the... I'm genuinely starting to question if I even transferred my original team. Oh! Maybe I had the Ash Greninja on my team. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, it feels like it would make sense if I had the Greninja on my team. Okay, that's not my Decidueye. So yeah, I feel like the Ash Greninja probably was on my team. I'm questioning whether this Flareon was. Let me have a look at the date. 1st of January 2018. So this was not on my team. Because it would have been 2017 where I started my Sun and Moon playthrough. October 2017, I think, was when I started it. So let's see when this Greninja was caught. Fateful encounter on the... Is that my birthday? Okay, the first day is the month. Yeah! This Greninja was obtained on my birthday on that year. So it's very possible this Greninja was part of my playthrough. Okay, but definitely not that Flareon, because that was way too late. Not Mudsdale. Obviously, it's got to be a good level. Not that Crocodile. Not that Snorlax. That's that traded Halucha. Yeah, I don't think I would have had Gengar. Okay, let's see when this Crobat was. That's the 20th of January. Okay, so no. I think my original team is just lost. I genuinely think my original Sun and Moon team is just lost, besides my starter. The Ash Greninja was very likely, but I don't think I saved my original team. Which kind of sucks, because now I really don't remember what I would have had on my team then. I know what I put on my team these days, but I don't know about then. Decidueye, definitely. That was definitely my first starter. Because I think I had Primarina for my Ultra team. And that Crobat and Flareon, they were before the Ultra games released, I'm pretty sure. Wait. No, actually, those were after, so those two are probably a part of my Ultra team. So I think I had the Primarina, Flareon, and that Crobat. Those three were probably on my Ultra team. But then again, I don't think they'd be the first playthrough, because they were pretty late into the New Year's. So, I don't think they were part of my first team. Although then again, I didn't get the Ultra Games day one. I got those around Christmas. It was just Pokemon Moon I had, like, to start with, and that was right before the Ultra Games released. So it's possible that those two were a part of my original Ultra team. I think I might have had one of the Totem Pokemon. I mean, maybe the Marowak? Oh no, the Marowak was probably... I don't know. I'm bad at remembering my first teams. It's bad that I never actually saved my original first team. I mean, maybe if I go on Pokemon Bank, maybe they're somewhere in there. But I transferred a lot of my Pokemon from Bank to home. So, I wouldn't really know. I'm generally... I can't believe this has stumped me so much. This is going to annoy me a lot until I can figure out more than just a Decidueye. Because as Greninja, yeah, there's no doubt I probably had that on my first Sun team, or Moon team even. Like, almost no doubt about it, Decidueye and Ash Greninja were 100% a duo in my original team. I don't think I had the Legendary. I mean, it would have been cool to have Lunala on my team. I might have had Lunala on my team, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think I did, though. I mean, I know recently I did do another Ultra team. I think I had... It was Decidueye, Swampert, I think I had Lopunny, maybe a Raichu? Maybe not a Raichu, because I had the Lopunny. I don't even remember what my most recent Ultra Moon team was. I think the only team I planned out recently, besides my Legends team, I did plan a team for Pokemon Emerald, because I want to do my proper dream team. Probably not as shinies, because I'm probably never going to get a shiny in Pokemon Emerald. I mean, hopefully in the Safari Zone, when I need to get some exclusives from there. Maybe I can get some of the extension Pokemon. I wouldn't bet on it. Pokemon Ruby? I've got quite a few shinies in Pokemon Ruby, all things considered. I think I've got almost half a box worth. And I've gotten a few in Sapphire, but in Sapphire I used that save file, or that cartridge even, for RNG manipulation, because I've gotten a couple of shiny starters from it. And once I've gotten all 3 of the starters, maybe if I really want to push it, 3 of each of the starters. And I'll also use it to get all of the other static Pokemon. So, maybe not cast form, because I could just trade in a Ditto and just RNG manipulate the eggs. But stuff like the legendary Pokemon. That's quite a few legendaries to get in the game. And I'm fucking really lucky when it comes to catching them. But Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Regice, Registeel, Regirock. And I don't know how the Latis would work. Because I would not mind getting one of them as a shiny. If you had to get one of them though. And that'd be Latias. So I think out of the Eon duo, the only one I've gotten as a shiny in the past was Latios. I don't remember if I've even gotten a shiny Latias in the past. I mean, I might have gotten one in Pokemon Go. It wouldn't surprise me. Right. Oh, my controller's running low. Okay. What's that? Oh, the Bunnoo's in alpha. 1 second, I need to switch my controllers around. I don't know how long I'll go on for, but I think I want to try and get one more shiny at least. And now I know I need to put my controller in charge tonight. Let me just put in the chat my list. So this is for the final forms. These are the Pokemon I need for the final form decks. I will 100% update it once I've gotten all the final forms. Once I've obtained every final form, maybe not including the fossil Pokemon, but then I will update it to include everything else. I might have to do a couple of lists, just because of how many Pokemon I might have to put on there. But yeah, for the most part, I just need Gallade, the remaining Evolutions, the remaining Kanto starters, and all of the fossil Pokemon. So for the fossils, I'm thinking of trying to get Aerodactyl before the DLC comes out. And for that, I already have 20 of each of the fossils. So for the Jaw fossils and the Sail fossils, I'm going to have my Pokemon in my boxes hold them until I need them again. Because then once I get shiny Aerodactyl, I can just get rid of the extras, because I only need one Aerodactyl. So I'll put those 40 fossils onto my boxed Pokemon, I'll buy 10 more Aerodactyl fossils, and I'll just AFK those 30 fossils until one shines. And I know you are going to be able to get the fossils in the wild in the DLC, but that's exactly why I want to wait to get the Carlos fossils then. Because then I can just focus on Aerodactyl. I know all 3 of them will be able to be found in the wild. No. No. Yes, I think once I get this next shiny, if it decides to show up quickly, either Buddy will star you. Hopefully one of them shows up. If I get a Magikarp, I'll just use that for my competitive team. Yeah, one more shiny, and then I'll finish up. But I don't know how long that will take. I know I'm being slow with the checks, but... Never mind! That's Shiny Staryu! That's the same one as last time! That's the Shiny Staryu! go. That's a shiny Staryu right there. There we go. Another shiny Staryu. And it was the same place where this one showed up. That's a modest nature. Ooh. There we go. That's a shiny Staryu right there. Alright. I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. So, even though we didn't get that many shinies today, I still think it was a fun stream overall. And tomorrow, it's the 18th, so more Legends EA. I know I've basically just turned to a Pokemon streamer at this point, but this is the only game I want to play. So I'll be playing more Legends EA tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a new shiny out of all of those ones. Maybe we do more AFK to try and get a Rolls. But yeah, on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds because I'm pretty sure that's when the new DLC goes live. So, alright. So, for now, this has been BiriboFukuro signing off. Bye-bye!